About my recent trip to Mexico. My older daughter just celebrated her 50th birthday, so her sister and I decided to take her to Mexico. Since she didn't want a big party, we decided we would take her on a little trip. It was a whirlwind trip, for me at least, 1 week. It's hardly going anywhere. You take off 2 days travel, you're left with 5 days. Anyway, it was packed with experience. We flew to Morelia, which is the capital of the state of Michoacan, and then a driver met us at the airport and we went to Pátzcuaro, which is a small town. We had arranged to have a house there for 4 nights so that we could cook. The markets are always so tempting when you're traveling, but you can't really utilize them because there's no possibility of cooking. So this was a wonderful opportunity. We got all kinds of things, and they're both wonderful cooks. We took a day trip, some of the markets and Indian villages, went to some ruins. It was a very challenging trip for me. I usually travel alone, and I guess I had expectations. That's always the problem, isn't it? Thinking how it's going to be, and then it never is like that. It's something new and different. If we could prize the new and different, regardless of whether it fits our expectations or not, we would be home free. Anyway, I think that they had a good time. I hope so. Our house, a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, was on a very narrow street. Our experiences with Mexicana Airline defy description. I can't even begin to go into it. It was a nightmare. Don't fly Mexicana. Hopefully one of my daughters will put some energy into this and write up the nightmare flight home and the bizarre flight down. I don't really want to put the energy into that. I'd rather put the energy into pastry and cemeteries and voodoo. They bought me this beautiful rebozo. This is a very special weave, and we got it in a high-class rebozo shop. Evidently, it takes 12 people 6 weeks to weave this, and an additional couple of weeks to do the fringe work. These little items aren't cheap. It was very sweet of my daughters to get this for me.